Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty World War II video. Today's video, I actually have some new heroics to show you and I'm very excited about this. But before we get into that, I just want to say that today's video I actually do have a sponsor for, and that sponsor is moot.us. Now this is a great site. Basically what Moot is, it's a community platform dedicated straight to gamers who enjoy sharing up-to-date info about the games they play. With Moot, they want you to grow with the community and talk with it. Now Moot is basically a place where you can talk about your favorite video games. This includes, of course, Call of Duty, which of course everyone here is familiar with, Destiny 2, Fortnite, League of Legends, a bunch of different games here that I know most of us play. At least 2 to 3 of these games or are familiar with them, and moot.us is a great place to go over, talk about them. It's available on Android, iOS, and PC. The link for that will be down in the description. I 100% recommend you guys all go check that out. Go click that and sign up for Moot. Alright guys, so in today's video, there actually are some new heroic weapons that were leaked within this game. I'm very excited to talk to you guys about it. If you guys could drop a like on this thing, that would be amazing. Let's go ahead and let's shoot for 201 likes. If you could hit that, that would be awesome. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new as well. And I'm very excited to talk about these because the amount of heroics and epics in the game right now definitely does need an update. I feel like I personally haven't spent that much on supply drops. I play the game quite a bit though, but I have quite a few, almost all of the variants for certain weapons, and I think it's about time we get some new ones. So shout out to my buddy Swag XPL. He actually has a friend who was able to, during the update from Call of Duty, they accidentally left this stuff in the game for, I think it was a couple of hours, so people were able to look at these variants, test them out, get images and stuff like that. So shout out to him, and you know, this stuff is pretty crazy. So let's go through and let's talk about each of them and basically give my opinions on when I think these are going to come out and different stuff like that. So the first one we have here, and I'll show a picture up on the screen of each of them, the FG42, I think this is called the Kampfflugzeug 2. Now all these are called 2, which means they're basically all heroics, if we're sticking to that narrative of 2 is a heroic, which it has been so far when in Call of Duty World War II. This one is a dope looking FG42. Honestly, it looks like just an orange sort of camo, which is great because for the fact that in this game, the camos are a little bit lacking. I do think this one is a nice little spring summer sort of camo on this variant, and of course it is a heroic, so you're going to be getting that extra XP. You know, of course there was that heroic glitch back in the day, but you will be getting your extra XP with this FG42 Kampfflugzeug 2, so look out for that one. It's definitely something very cool. I think pretty much everyone runs red dot on FG42, so it isn't that helpful to have a cool variant. It just is for, you know, the flex on people and stuff like that. Now the next one I'm very excited about, and I think everyone is, the PPSH Iron Curtain 2. Now, I have the Iron Curtain number 1, but it's all completely dusty, and it really does suck when an epic gun is all dusty overall. And by the way, if my voice is messed up, I'm still sick. I don't know why. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to drink water and all that stuff, but this Iron Curtain 2 definitely is a very good looking variant on a gun. That's interesting about the Iron Curtain number 1 is it doesn't change the sight. So if you want to run a PPSH with a default sight but get that cool look and that heroic XP, this is the gun for you, and I'm very excited when this comes out. I'm going to be trying my hardest to get it. The Iron Curtain 2 definitely is one of my favorites out of these leaked variants. Next one we have here is the MP40 All Out 2, which is pretty interesting. It's got sort of a gold look to it with some extensions all over the side. Definitely I think the MP40 is one that right now is lacking. There's not many cool variants for the MP40. There's a couple of them. There's one, I think, I forget the name of it, but it has a sort of a chrome finish to it. I definitely do like that one. I don't remember the name of it off top. I'm sure someone's gonna let me know in the comment section down below, but the MP40 definitely needs some more cooler variants. This one is fairly cool. You know, it sort of looks like the iron sights on this one are kind of like the HG40. You know, it's a mix between the MP40 and the HG40, you know, more towards the MP40 side, but that's just what it reminds me of. Of course, the HG40 is an MP40 remake, and I am aware of that. Next one here, the Type 100 Empire 2. Now this one is pretty trash in my opinion. Looks exactly like the Type 100 Empire Epic, except with a glossy finish on it. I mean, they got pretty lazy with this one. You'd think they could maybe change the colors on it, add something else, but this one is not one that I mean, if I get this, that's awesome because I do like the Type 100 Empire. I really like the sights that it has on that gun. So if I got the Empire 2, sure, I'll take the heroic heroic bonus for the XP, but the look of this gun isn't really the coolest compared to other versions of the Type 100 and other ones on this list. I think this was just a lazy, you know, throw in the upgrade from the Epic to the heroic with the Type 100. It's still not bad though. Next one here is really cool and interesting. The Grease Gun Rosie 2. Now looking at this gun, it's like, what the heck is this? I like this stuff. I like when they get creative with it and when they make stuff that's, you know, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. And this is one you're going to love or you're going to hate it. Just looking at it, it looks like yellow with a black and then yellow and then red at the top. It's really a crazy looking gun overall. And for people that say, you know, World War II, they got to keep the camos and stuff to World War II. It looks like they're really going out with it with this one. This does not look like a gun you'd find in World War II, but look at the iron sights in this one as well. I'll show those. The iron sights are crazy. I don't know if they'd be good or bad. Seems to me like they'd be bad, but this variant just seems like one that would just be so fun to use because it's so crazy looking. The sights are just literally a big block. It looks like a big H on your screen with a little U for the iron sights. I don't know how I feel about this one, but it definitely is cool and crazy looking. And then of course the next one we have here is going to be the Thompson aka the M1928 Wayfinder 2 Heroic. Look at this one, bro. This is, speaking of things you wouldn't find in World War II, this looks like it was painted by a 5-year-old girl, and that's not a bad thing. I think it's really cool looking, and I think that this would be the gun for the summer. This is hilarious, and there's more variants than just these ones. These are just the ones that we're able to see right now, but I think that a lot more variants are going to be coming. Of course, for this Thompson, I will show the iron sights on it. Really bad iron sights. I think there is one variant of this M1928, aka the Thompson, aka the Tommy gun. There's so many different names for it, that looks like this right now with the iron sights, but as far as those sights look, definitely not the best looking ones, but these variants are really cool. Now there are more to come. Now the thing is with this game and with Call of Duty, I remember this happened last year as well in Infinite Warfare. With Infinite Warfare, just for an example, the score streak variant things, those were leaked, or those were found out about in like the start of January, and they didn't come out until maybe 3-4 months later. I remember thinking, did they scrap them? Because I knew they were in the game. I knew that they were gonna, you know, I made a video about the leak and stuff like that, but they just never put them out. It took them 3 to 4 months. So with this one, what we're waiting on now with this game is, of course, we know there's 5 more DLC weapons. I think it was 4 or 5. I talked about it yesterday. There's 9 new camos. And now there's at least 6 new heroic variants. So there's also some other stuff leaked. There was epic supply drops and legendary supply drops and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff still sitting in this game dormant, which means that it's not active yet. And we know it's coming because, of course, we've seen before in the past with different things. It's just a matter of time. And now, honestly, I think that this will make a big difference for this game, because you'd think, oh, cosmetic and aesthetic looks, they don't really matter, but they do. You know, when things are bright and fun, it allows you to play the same, you know, play in the same sort of maps, especially maps that are look kind of dull. Point du Hoc, great map, looks really dull. Flak Tower, same. Our forest looks pretty beautiful. Gibraltar looks pretty nice, but you know what I'm saying. You're playing those same ones overall. I want to have some cool camos. I want to have some customizable variants. I want to have some of these more epics, more heroics. This stuff will be positive changes for the game and give that creative aspect into the game, which is something that I like. I like when stuff like this is in the game. Of course, I respect people who say they want it just to be World War II, no camos, all that sort of stuff. But I think at this point, we're already past that. I mean, it's already too late for it to be realistic with the stuff they've started throwing into this game. Especially when you see all this sort of stuff. But I'm definitely excited for these updates. When do I think this stuff is going to come? Geez, we don't know. It could literally be a week to 5 or 6 months. I think this stuff, it looked like it was designed for late spring, summer. So I would say probably around, we're in January, late January right now. So I would say maybe June, May, somewhere around there. That's when we could get some of these things. That's what I would guess, just because of the designs. These look like summer designed guns and stuff where when people get out of work or get out of school for summer, they get onto the game. And of course, new updates that's when they want to update the game the most, is during December. Especially that period where people are off of school for the holidays. During the summer, those are the 2 big markets within Call of Duty every single year. Of course, November's probably the biggest market when it first comes out, but those are 2 big life cycles of it, and that's when I think these updates are probably going to come in a couple months here. But I hope they come out with new DLC weapons. I think are coming out in February. New camos probably will come out a month after that, and then, you know, a month or 2 after that we'll get these. So a lot of stuff leaked and a lot of stuff on the plate to come up into this game. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and of course be sure to check out our sponsor Moot for today's video. Links for that will be down in the description if you want to check it out on Android, iOS, or on your computer or desktop. Check that out. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.